very weird layout. Nice gas stove.
This is all real wood too.
Fridge is all the way over there, but it worked.
When I was in my 20s, I thought I would have it all figured out by now. But I just turned 36 years old while going through a very drastic change in my lifestyle. Had to find a new place to live, a new job, even a new social circle. It was a necessary change, but it took a lot of guts to pull the trigger. I was scared that maybe I was too old for this.
No combinan. Cuando tenga más dinero compraré sábanas que combinan.
But starting over is never easy, even when you're young and have everything going on to your favor. Change is a necessary part of life, and it doesn't matter how old we are. We all go through it all the time.
We have a place to sleep now. So to give you some context, my husband and I lived in a commune in the middle of the woods for several years. And after a long time with a lot of planning and a lot of work, we were finally able to leave and move on and get back into the mainstream lifestyle. And if I'm being honest, even if this is something that I've wanted for years, it's been a very difficult transition for me. It was a very drastic change in our lifestyle, and I think it'll just take some time for me to get used to it. Don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for all the good fortune that we've had recently. Like this apartment, we just found this place for a very affordable rent. And the best part about it is that we have access to a backyard, and the landlord gave us permission to build a garden so we can grow some of our food here. So at least I can keep that part of my previous life. So this is our new space outside in the garden. And I'm really excited because I was not expecting to get this big of a garden. This is a duplex, so the garden is shared. The owners of the house, they used to live here, and this used to be their garden. So these are all fruit trees. And you can still see where all the garden beds were. We can do our compost here too. I'm just so excited. So now that we're somewhat settled, we're gonna go pick up our dog because some friends that still live in the community are taking care of him. And also we need to go to the storage unit where we have all our things, and we'll finally have all our stuff here. It'll be so nice. And that's our offering as a thank you for taking care of our dog. So that's exciting.
We're doing it, babe. We're doing it.
Hola, señor. Hola. Ay, ay, sí, qué emoción verlo también. Ay, excited.
Yeah. Ya está vacío.
So I started recording this video almost 2 months ago, but with all the moving process and finding a new job, it's been taking me forever to edit these videos. And the truth is that going back to the community to pick up Jacko kind of triggered an emotional breakdown in me. I was happy to see my friends and get my dog, but I left feeling this hole in my stomach. That wasn't my home anymore, but I didn't feel like home here either yet. I was stressed out trying to figure out a new job, and our apartment didn't have all the furniture we needed yet, so I didn't get a lot of footage of the moving process. So that's why I'm recording this now, because there's like a gap in this story. But things are finally a lot better now. I'm doing better, and I'm glad to be back making videos. So back to the story.
¡Perfecto!
going through a drastic life change is also allowing yourself to grieve the life that you left behind. Even if you didn't want it anymore, it's okay to mourn what is no longer here. And only after we go through that grieving process, we can truly move on and be present in this next period of our lives. So, as much as I try to constantly remind myself of how lucky I am, I also allow myself to be sad, knowing that I will also find joy in everyday life.
So I'm at the garden center and there's lots of tomatoes and peppers and tasty food. It's not ideal to be buying this time of the year because these plants have been in a pot for way too long, but it'll still produce a lot of food and it's better than not planting anything. Ahí está. So my first garden bed is gonna be over that area, and it's not prepped yet, but the soil here has been worked a lot, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and plant these because they need to be in the soil urgently. Ideally, I would have prepped the space first and planted summer squash from seed, but we got here in June and I was lucky to find these in the first place. We'll still get some harvest from it. Next year, I'll do it the right way.
Gardening is one of the few things in my life that have been consistent since I was very young. It isn't always perfect, and sometimes it can feel like another chore. But it has always been my safe place, where I want to go back to. So on the days when I feel the most overwhelmed, I just come out here and sit down next to Jacko, just looking at the plants. Because just like everything else in this world, a garden is constantly changing. And this garden here is also starting over, coming back to life after years of being in standby, just like me. It has been so healing to have it back in my life. Hopefully you can find a place like this in your life too. Something that maybe isn't perfect, but can consistently bring you joy.
As I'm shooting this now, my garden now has a lot more plants. So the next video will be a little more focused on my garden. And I'm still gonna talk about what I'm going through and what we're building here. So thank you so much to the people that have hung out with me via the internets. I wish you the best harvests, and I'll see you next time.